Okay, so story time about the time I was on Jerry Springer when I was 18.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yes, this is true. He was on Jerry Springer and so was I.
All right, guys, we're going to get into the Jerry Springer from start to ending, how all this unraveled for me.
Okay. Go!
That time I was on Jerry Springer.
My question is for the knockoff Chief Keef over there. How you do your brother like that? How you do your brother like that?
Hey, let me tell you something. Sit your bean head ass.
What you about to do?
Sit your, let me get back with Jerry's final thought.
Come
Face
do
ass
something.
down. You saying, sit down.
Y'all know exactly what this is by the intro. We're going to get into a couple of stories of people that was on Jerry Springer. What it look like, TV?
I am back. What it do, baby?
YouTube's own Varnell Hill.
Did you miss me?
Your very own spokesman for the Insidians. We're inside and we're comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I'm back with another one. And today, y'all, I'm going to give y'all what y'all asked for. I covered, I was on the Maury show and everybody was talking about where are the people from the Jerry Springer show. So I found a couple for y'all. But first, we're going to go through just a trip down memory lane and remember exactly what the Jerry Springer show was.
I love you so much, but I have a confession to make. I'm black.
You're what? John, how come you didn't tell me you were black, you lying son of a bitch? You know how much I hate Nick. My family hates Nick. Oh, I'm disgusted.
You didn't see that he was black?
Jerry, I never even noticed. I was so totally in love.
Look, I'm twice the woman you are.
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you, you know what? Let me stoop down to your level and talk to you. You think that's funny, breaking up a happy home? Everywhere you go, this man flocking for you? Flocking for what, a chicken?
I wanted to ask, maybe, you could be my girlfriend.
Well, Brad, I have to tell you, I'm a man.
I'm pretty sure that's the Jerry Springer that you remember. Total drama, crazy storylines, with some fighting mixed in there.
Damn good television.
But the part about the Jerry Springer show that I forgot is, after you go through all that, telling your story, fighting whoever you brought with you, afterwards the crowd gets a chance to roast you.
Hello, Jerry. This comment is for the man in black. You know how stupid you were looking when she was talking to you? I swear you picked this beautiful woman who did so much for you over this eggplant-looking whore.
This is for the Pillsbury Doughboy girl. How do you have 5 baby daddies?
What?
How do you have 5 baby daddies? You're ugly.
Go back to your basketball career because you can't fight.
Go back to the circus, you a midget.
Yeah, nice hair. Nice hair. Yeah.
Or everybody that went on the Jerry Springer show, whatever they paid you, whatever they gave you to go on the show, you earned it because it was extreme pressure the whole time you was there. But it's still more. It was still more to the Jerry show that y'all probably forgot about. I don't know how this stuff made it on TV. You couldn't even air a full Jerry show on YouTube, but it was more to the Jerry show. Who remembers the Jerry beads?
Jerry, I've been a fan of your show a very long time, and I'm finally here to get my Jerry beads.
Hi, Jerry, fan for 26 years. It's my birthday. And I want my
Hi, Jerry. I'm here for my Jerry beads.
All you make me feel really good about my life because you're all more busted than the damn Liberty Bell, and we want our Jerry beads.
Like I just said, you could not air an old episode of Jerry Springer that aired on television in entirety on YouTube today without it being struck down. Probably taken totally off the platform. Jerry Springer was a wild ride. With all that being said, let's get into a couple of stories of people that ended up on the show and see exactly how, they ended up on the show.
I guess it's time I did it. I guess it's the story time of the time. I was on Jerry Springer acting a fool. I guess I got to do it for my followers. Everybody been asking me about it, so I'm going to give it to you. Raw, uncut, clean version. So let's start it off back when I was young. So let me just start off with saying this is how I got to this.
What? Did too. So what? So what? What? So what? So what did you saying, bro? What did you?
Yes. So listen, look, I was 19 years old. This is back when I was, this is about 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I was young. I was going through a lot of things. I just got evicted from my apartment in Avondale. And I was homeless. I was going through it for real. And I met a girl, the girl that you guys see actually on Jerry Springer. We started talking. We hooked up. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? But boom, I met her friend. So let me tell you how it started. I met her friend. Her friend came over the house. Her friend started talking. She told me she was on Jerry Springer. Smack somebody. Smack fire at him. Like, that's something I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, I'm like, if I went on Jerry Springer, I would act a complete fool. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing me, if you know me, you know B Wood turns up, have a good time. You feel me? But anyway, so we had a conversation. She said, I can get you on. I said, yeah, right. Thinking she just talking. A couple weeks go past. I'm playing Madden. Ooh, I'm playing Madden. You know what I'm saying? I get my phone buzzing, my phone ringing off the hook with notifications from Facebook. I'm like, what's going on? So I check my Facebook. I've been tagged inside a post that said, who wants to be on Jerry Springer? So my name was all mentioned through there. So I'm like, oh, snap. So I texted producers like, hey, what's up? My name is B Wood. What's going on? So they called me. Boom. Called me. Hey, B Wood. Yeah, we seen that you wanted to be on the show. What's your story? Boy, I ain't got no story. I ain't really got no story. I say, hold on, wait a minute now. Can I come up with a story? They said, we just need a story. Come on now, B Wood thinking now. B Wood thinking now. So I'm like, I got a story. You know what I'm saying? Hang up. I said, give me a couple of minutes. Hang up. Boom. Call up some people. Hey, somebody slept with my girl. Woo, woo, woo. Calling my friend. I'm like, you ain't doing nothing. You want to come to Jerry Springer? Of course he does. You know what I'm saying? Of course he does. But I'm like, how can I capitalize on this decision? How can I capitalize on me going to Jerry Springer? But I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I also do music. So I'm like, at this time period, I have a song out called Keep Pushing. Keep Pushing is going crazy in my city, but I needed to get it out wide. I say I need to use Jerry Springer's audience as a market. So I tell them, hey, I do music. Can I rap on the show? They say, of course. I'm like, hey, I want to come out from the audience. Whoop, I want to rap on that. So they're like, awesome, let's do it. So I send them my music. They say they love it. They say I'm going to be the rapper on the show. Boom. Then they tell me, hey, we going to need you here by 6 in the morning. I say, what, tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. They just called me the same day. I just got the message. Damn. I thought I had a week. 2, at least. Woo. Oh, day? Boy, I don't know if I can make it. No, I can make it, though. So I told them I got it. I can do it. So they sent me plane tickets. We got there around 3 in the morning as far as took the flight. And I ain't never took an airplane flight. So that was nutballs. You hear me? I was nutty on that. I ain't gonna lie. My boy threw up. He threw up. All over. Everywhere. You hear me? I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to read a book, acting like I ain't looking. Hold on, time out, pause. So we get to the Jerry Springer studio, and the producers were real cool. I went in there, being myself. They loved it. Woo, woo. I had a great time out there. Like I say, the story was made based off of me trying to promote my music career, but also to have fun too as well. I knew I needed to play a character. They had us in the studio. They had us in a 5-star hotel. They treated us like kings and queens. You feel me? So you guys got to watch the whole episode to see what I'm talking about. And just notice, come on, man. You got to, hey, my acting skills, A1. Hey, don't count me out. Hey, and I probably wasn't looking at 3,000% back then. Like I said, I was going through it. But I'm better now. You feel me? So that was my little time with Jerry Springer. You know what I'm saying? I tore down a house, we had fun. We made a lot of things. And that smack was real.
there's also like this major slap. Like if you let someone slap the hell out of you, you could be entered to be in the commercials, and then would also get to go to like Miami Beach spring break for like 3 days, paid on them.
Yeah, no, we planned that smack out. We planned it out a couple of days before, but what we didn't plan out was him trying to smack me. So I had to readjust, you know what I'm saying, give him a real quick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to do too much, but I had to. Come on, that's not playing with me. But yeah, that's a little story. Since y'all all wanted it, I gave it to y'all.
So that's going to be a narrative that y'all going to find a lot with this Jerry Springer stuff. This is totally opposite of the Maury situation that I was in yesterday, when it was hard for me to find somebody or anybody that said that it was scripted. Over here on the Jerry side of things, everything is scripted.
All right, so to this comment, we were really hoping that no one would notice. Yes, this is true. He was on Jerry Springer and so was I. God, I didn't think you guys would find that. Anyways, that video that you've probably seen of us on Jerry Springer, it's called Thirsty Throwdown. If anyone wants to go find it, I'm not for sure if they put it on YouTube or where you can find it. I know that sometimes it airs on Channel 64, but I don't know the date. That was back when we were like, what? That was like, was that our first year dating? Yeah, that was our first year dating. So it was like our first year of dating. Jerry Springer reached out to us and just was like, hey, do you guys want, well, the producer reached out and said, hey, do you guys want to come on Jerry Springer? You know, is there anything in your relationship? You know, da-da-da-da-da. And we just wanted a fun moment. We just wanted to do something that would be, my bucket list forever was to be on Jerry Springer. Like, I love Jerry Springer. I always thought it was so entertaining and funny. And I just was in the bed and I said, hey, babe, do you want to go to Jerry Springer? And
I said, yep.
We packed our suitcases and it was fun, though. We got free movie tickets. We got free food, like to go out to nice restaurants. We did get paid. It was really, really just fun. Would I do it again? No, because I'm grown now. But everything y'all might see, if y'all found the video, I don't even know what y'all want to tell him, because it's going to be you. I was the victim, y'all. So if y'all, I don't even know what you want to tell them if they find that video. Because you do know what the storyline was.
I forgot. That's crazy.
You forgot the storyline? Oh, my gosh. The storyline, you guys, basically was that I had gotten into a relationship with him, and on Thanksgiving, he had started messing with my cousin, and my cousin was feeding him macaroni and cheese, and then my stepmom was supposed to tell on her, but coming to find out, she gave him some turkey neck, if you know what I mean. So I was just so surprised, like, oh my God, how could you guys do this to me? But anyways, now, I don't know what y'all gonna have to say to him.
Don't chew me up.
Don't chew him up. It wasn't true. It wasn't true, you guys. But no, if you find it, let me know, tag me, because I haven't seen it in so long, it's like, it's in the attic. That's what it is to me. But if you see it, let me know. Enjoy it.
So a lot of y'all was right out there, man. Jerry Springer's coming out to be 100% fake. You call them or they call you. You tell them the storyline. All you got to do is have a good story, and you're going to get a little mini vacation. You're going to get a hotel. You're going to get a couple dollars. You're going to get something to eat. Jerry Springer was hooking you up. You just had to bring the drama.
All right, guys, we're going to get into the Jerry Springer from start to ending, how all this unraveled for me. First things, my sister's the one who sent me out to do this. She called Jerry Springer and said that she had some good candidates that would be good for their show. She ended up giving them my phone number. They called me, and keep in mind, I'm in active addiction. So what they offered me was like basically a trip to Key West in my eyes back then. They would pay for my flight out there. They will take me shopping. They will food, everything, alcohol, everything is covered, and you get the $500. At the time of me being in active addiction, this seemed like a excellent vacation for me to go on. Okay, so we get out there. The whole flight there was a mess. I was just trashed, wasted. I was on XA NAXs. If anybody in active addiction knows what that is, you feel 10 foot tall and bulletproof on those. We get out there, we get set up in our hotel. We partied the first 2 nights. I partied with a little midget stripper. They called her Bridget the Midget. Somehow, me and the girl that I went with, we did end up getting into it before we filmed the show, before we went on Jerry Springer. We got into it at the hotel. So they had to separate us, boom. So that's like where the animosity came from. Now don't forget, they make you sign a contract where you have to fight with no closed fist. It's just smacking. They also encourage you when you hear the ding, 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 that you're not fighting enough to fight harder. So if you watch a lot of the shows, when you hear that ding, 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 you'll see the girls or guys go for each other. All right, so we do our little show. Embarrassing, I know, whatever. We get done. As soon as the show's over, you pack up and you go on your flight home. Me and her are into it so bad. She's like, I'm not riding on a plane with her. She's going to try to fight me, which I was for, I don't know what the reason was. I felt 10 foot tall and bulletproof and wanted to fight her. They sent her on her flight there. They send me on a separate flight after hers. I'm on the airplane. Keep in mind, I'm in a mini dress, a hoochie mama mini dress. I get on the plane. I sit down. I'm on planet Mars at this point. My head is not where it needs to be. We sit down on the plane. I start moseying under the seat underneath me. Ironically, lo and behold, there's a bag of jewelry. I don't know who it belongs to, but in my eyes, it seems like a good idea to take this bag of jewelry. Within 3 minutes of me touching this bag, TSA is hog-tied me in this mini dress. They have me hog-tied in this mini dress, escorting me off this plane. They take me back to the county jail. I got arrested in Westchester, New York. They are talking about charging me with $20,000 grand larceny. At the time, I was so young and ignorant, I didn't know what grand larceny was. I thought that they were talking about arson. So I'm sitting here trying to plead my case. Like, I didn't set nothing on fire. They're sitting here looking at me like I'm stupid, which they had every right to, because they were like, what is this girl talking about? Really? I ended up going to my cell, going to bed, waking up the next day, and was like, this is not Silverdale. This is not the county I'm used to. Where am I? He said, you are in Westchester, New York, right beside Rye Town, wherever that is. I don't know. Like I said, this was so long ago, and I was so HIGH back then. It's all a fog to me. They tell me my charge. They tell me I'm on a no bond because I'm a flight risk. I ended up doing a little bit of time out there. The judge ended up reasoning with me and was like, okay, she's just young, dumb, and on DRUGS. We're just going to let her go home. She's not allowed on an airplane. You have to ride a Greyhound bus back from New York to Chattanooga. And that experience was horrible. I got back home and my daddy whooped my ass. He whooped it. Keep in mind, guys, I was 20 years old on DRUGS and just wanted to live life my way. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That sums up the Jerry Springer. Let me know if you have any questions.
You got to give it to him, man. Them producers over at the Jerry Springer Show, they know how to pick them. That was the most expensive trip ever to Jerry Springer. I hope it was worth it. Hope she really enjoyed herself. And then you got some people running to the internet to find their clip of when they was on Jerry and telling their Jerry story. And you should just keep it to yourself.
For years, 4 years, I have been trying to find the Jerry Springer episode that I was on. Okay? I look like a baby in this. I'm just telling you this right now. This is from 2001, 2002, I think it's from. It's a long time ago. I'm just letting you know, here I am in the audience and on stage at Jerry Springer. For those of you who've been asking for this for a long time, here it is.
I don't know if you guys mix and match, but can I have some Rice Krispies and you tickle me?
That right there was something of legends that happened so long ago, and I've never been able to find a hard copy of it. And now I finally know where to find it. It's insane. It's insane. The internet is an amazing thing. I knew someday I would find it. It's been lost for decades. And there it is. You're welcome, everybody.
You should have just kept that to yourself, my guy. We didn't need to know that was you. You got away with that. You didn't want to be that guy the day that it happened. You don't want to be that guy today, man. But anyway, moving right on along. Before we get up out of here, let's check in with one of the more famous ones. Somebody that was a kid when the show was on, and they was on the show really, really showing their behind. So much that till this day, the show was still haunting.
No, I've never put down the blacks. I do put down the I don't like them. If you pay attention, you listen to the news, you read the newspaper, you know, if you put it all together in your head, you're just, you know, everything that's going down in the cities, it's just, you know, everybody, race against race, it's all happening right in front of us.
What is the difference? What is the difference?
What is the difference?
Yes.
They're a race of people, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're descendants of the devil. I don't care.
Okay.
Trust me is a curse word.
Okay.
Somebody has put this in their minds.
Nobody did.
What? Excuse me?
We found it out for ourselves.
You found out?
No one put it
My
in our
dad
mind.
does
No
not
one
force me to
indoctrinated
believe in what I
us.
believe in.
You
He
went-
said,
Somewhat we heard about.
Wait, let him talk. Go ahead.
We found it out for ourselves.
How'd you find it out?
In the Bible.
What? Who told you that was the interpretation of the Bible?
somebody told us, but we had a choice if we wanted to believe it or not, and we believed it.
What you see in the beginning of this clip are three children that were forced to say things that the Springer Show wanted us to say in order to boost their ratings, their views, and their money. We never wanted to say these things. The night before this was filmed, we were all taken into a hotel room and questioned as though Springer was asking us things. It was all choreographed, the questions and the answers between our parents and the show producers. We did that for hours the night before the show was recorded. It was completely abuse. You don't really realize that at the time, but once we got away, we definitely realized that. My sister and I have always been completely ashamed of the things that we said on that stage, especially me. I played that part very well at the time because I knew what would happen to me if I didn't. My father was a very scary person with no soul, as far as I'm concerned, no soul. And you didn't want to piss him off. He wanted his money. For each show that was recorded, they paid him $1,000, which to you and I, that's not a lot of money. Back then, for somebody who refused to work, that was money. That was a lot of money. Not only did he do it for the money, but you have to understand that in the white power movement, he made a name for himself. If he had a daughter who was going on national television and saying all these things, that gave him even more notoriety within the movement. People didn't forget me, my red hair, and the horrible things coming out of my mouth. I was not easily forgotten. As you can see, 30 years later, it's still going on. This would never happen in 2022. This would be immediately turned into child protective custody departments, whatever state we were living in at the time. This would immediately be considered child abuse. But for some reason, back then, in the 90s, the system just didn't care. That's what that's, as far as I'm concerned, it didn't care. I also turned him in for child sexual abuse when I was 18, as soon as I got away from him in 1996, and they did absolutely nothing, didn't even investigate.
For everybody that's seen those racist kids on Jerry Springer, there's been a lot of questions in my comments asking, where are they now? I'm about to let y'all know. So first off, we got Jennifer Christ. She was the young redhead girl in the original video, and she was doing most of the talking, kind of, talking crazy type stuff, But this is what she looks like now. Yeah, that's what she looks like now. She got the little dreadlocks, the locks, whatever you want to call them. Personally, I'm not a fan, but, that's up for debate for whoever wants to, talk about that. But anyway, in 2020, she had a little video talking about police brutality, the protests, white supremacy. It was a little bit after the whole George Floyd thing. And she seemed like, she was for the people. She seemed like she was for the people, so I could respect that she, turned a leaf. But she did also have a Facebook post. I'm going to pop up right now. And, feel free to pause it if you want to read it, because I'm not going to read it. With all that being said, at the end of the day, you can't really blame Jennifer, man. She was just a young girl. And the main reason is her father, August Crease. He was a former Aryan Nation leader. He was a part of the Klan. Here's a couple pictures of him. Yeah, he's a wild dog, man. He's kind of crazy. He's actually in jail currently, because in that 2020 video I mentioned, he's got like 50 plus years in jail for sexually abusing the redhead's younger sisters, which is like crazy. Like, imagine having to grow up in that household. But if you've seen other Jerry Springer videos, like the season 1 videos, you can search like A Racist Family. He's in that, and the Racist Kids video. I'll pop them up right here if you want to watch my videos, you know. W self promo. But yeah, bro, I mean, trying to grow up in that is crazy. I don't know what to tell you, man. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that the words may have been fake, but the consequences for her were real, and they're real till this day. And it's kind of sad, but that was pretty much right in front of all our faces with that episode. If a child is being raised in that type atmosphere, it's an atmosphere of fear to begin with. You know, it's a whole bunch of hate and fear talk. So it's going to be an atmosphere of fear, especially for some children. So that should have been red flags for everybody. But good old Jerry, he decided to use them 2 or 3 times. Bring them back a couple times. Get some more out of them. Television was crazy back then. But anyway, man, that's a couple people from Jerry Springer. Y'all was asking for this in the comment section of the Maury video. If you're here first and you ain't see the Maury video, go check out I Was on the Maury Show. If it's any other daytime television shows that y'all want me to cover, let me know. I do have a couple Ricky Lake videos in the tuck. So if y'all want to see a Ricky Lake video, let me know. And if it's anybody that I'm forgetting or overlooking, you know, throw them in the comment section. Maybe I can find something on them. But anyway, this video is going to end like all the other videos. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know how you feel about everything you have just witnessed.
Tell me how you felt about what just happened there.
And if you made it to this point in the video, you are my MVP.
It was a stone groove, my man.
I'm out of here.
We're breaking into coverage right now with some very sad news. A part of our WLWT family, a Cincinnati television and news icon. We've just learned that Jerry Springer has passed away overnight, and it's just coming as a shock to all of us here at WLWT, as we just learned this just in the past few minutes. Lacey Roberts, John London here with us on the set, and it's just a very sad day for everybody here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, exactly. That's where we had a family friend release a statement saying that Jerry's ability to connect with people was at the heart of his success in everything that he tried, whether that was politics, broadcasting, or just joking with people on the street who wanted a photo or a word. He's irreplaceable, and his loss hurts immensely, but memories of his intellect, heart, and humor will live on.
Well, what I've learned over our quarter century of shows is that deep down, we are all alike. I'll say it again. Deep down, we are all the same. I'm not better, only lucky. Thanks for the 25 years. We've signed on to do a whole bunch more. And as long as I stay healthy, we will. And on that note, take care of yourself.